Hey guys, before I begin today's video, use code MAMA10 to save $10 off any exclusive value bundle only at onesizebeauty.com. Save $10, code MAMA10 at onesizebeauty.com on any exclusive value bundle. Enjoy today's video.
That child is ugly, but she got confidence. She got a beat on, she got confidence. That's selling face.
That child is ugly, but she got confidence.
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. But I never really put up a fight. Didn't follow my dreams. And now I'm losing sleep. Slowing it down. Please tell me what if you want. Enjoy the ride. Cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the ride. You will make it in time. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could.
Hey guys, it's PatrickStarrr. Welcome back to my channel. I am so thrilled you guys are in for a treat. We have the one, the only Dominique Jackson. Oh my God! I cannot breathe. We have met before, but to be here on my channel, I thank you and I honor you and immortalize you on the internet.
Oh my gosh, well thank you. It is a pleasure to be here. And I'm just a regular girl, but you are amazing.
Oh.
Come on, the barriers you've broken and everything you've done. It's an honor for me to be here.
I am shook entertainer,
You think I'm scared of you, weak little man?
actor,
These legs are real. These cheekbones are real. This whittled waist is real.
model, supermodel, author, teacher, sister, mother
Make mother another drink.
to us all. So without further ado, enjoy this beat face and this tutorial. She drops a lot of gems. And don't forget, makeup is a one size fits all. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so shook. I feel like in years, 100 years, 200 years, I feel like the kids are gonna look back at this woman and be like, she turns it out in the 2020s for all of us to learn. You know, because we look at icons in Hollywood, and I think you are literally a living one that I'm so privileged, and the whole team is so excited to see today.
Well, thank you. And I think you're the icon. I think you're the legend. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you for those kind words. I didn't look at it like that.
No, literally.
Wow,
Like, literally,
okay.
you're such a teacher. The aura is very there. You may know her as a lecturer from Pose, but I know her as Dominique Jackson, like the intro that we just shot. But again, I'm very excited. So many words and tea and gems that we are going to spill today. But before we begin, we started with the brows. I used the Kiki brow pencil in dark and black brown, and then I concealed right underneath for that snatched look with the butter silk concealer. I did your makeup the other day. You said, can we just film? I said, no, darling, we have to film in the studio of it all. So we're here in the studio filming, and you walked the red carpet for the Trumpet Awards.
Yes, the Bounce Trumpet Awards. And I was so shocked when you contacted me because things just happen, like they just flow.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, you can just film it. And then you were like, no, darling, it's a production.
Yes.
And then I'm like, a production? Let's do this.
Let's do this. And we did walk in the Blondes Disney villain shows
Yes, we
together.
did. Together. That was awesomeness. That was awesomeness.
You had horns coming out your
Oh my
titties,
God.
and I had like feathers and plumes,
That-
and I was Ursula.
Yes, you were.
What section were you in, Cruella?
I was not Cruella. I was Maleficent.
Maleficent,
Yes, and that was the beginning of my evil.
I love it. I love it. But we're here to show all the goodness that Dominique Jackson is today and beat the face. So I'm gonna try to recreate that bit of glamour that we did with the beautiful black Barbie afro and Alexander McQueen. The McQueen
Yes,
dress.
the Alexander McQueen dress, yes.
Died. We had a good old time. So this time I'll be able to show you guys in the YouTube format what we're gonna give. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take some of the Visionary eyeshadow palette and just smoke it out. We're gonna use a little bit of Soft Serve Booked. She's always booked and serving, and just beat the face, and I'll link everything down below in the description. But let's get to knowing Miss Dominique Jackson.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, mother. May I call you mother?
Of course you may.
You're a sister to me, so.
It's like, you know, no, but I accept mother now because mother is a term not only of endearment, but a term of accomplishment, a term, you know, so I accept it now, you know, and besides, I'm old enough.
But really quick, so before I did your makeup the other day, I was like, let me see interviews so I can match the color, the shape, the tones of your skin. And when I typed in Dominique Jackson, one of the first things that popped up was Tyra Allure Ross. Is that correct?
Yes, Tyra Allure Ross.
And that is the beginning of time for this.
Well, yeah, Tyra Allure Ross is the woman that really protected me. She was at the forefront of everything. And when my proven and chosen father, Enrique, and my chosen and proven mother, Aria, named me Tyra, they did it because they thought I looked like Naomi, and then it was the Naomi Tyra kind of comparison, and I was slaying the runway and didn't even realize it in ballroom. And so Tyra was born, and once I met my pageant mother, Tommy Ross, you know, it was just so uplifting, such an honor for her to even see me and see me as her daughter. And by the way, we look a lot alike. Anyway, you know. And so my mother embraced me, Tommy Ross, another chosen and proven mother. And that's how I became Tyra Allure Ross. I did pageantry, I was one of the showgirls. I was not a drag performer, I was a showgirl, because I never did drag. This is me. I've always been a woman, will always be a woman. That is my identification.
It's crazy because when I saw Continental, I said, wait a damn minute, I know Continental. And there, wait, hold on. Is it in here? We have title holder in honor of, there's a name here called title holder. And I believe one of our eye poppers has Continental in it too. Yes, there's a shade that we have just to commemorate that. So I was like, I think this is like meant to be, to glam you.
I love the way you name your colors and your shades. I love your choice of names. It's just, you know, so affirming to the community. It's so affirming to us, and it also educates people, you know? It's like, it's so empowering. I love it.
Thank you. Speaking of names, when we were presenting our award-winning powder foundation, which didn't have any awards at the time, they wanted to call it a powder foundation, but I said it's multi-use, it's versatile. And they were like,
can you please explain versatility and what it means to your brand?
I was like,
Verse. It's a verse product.
and they're like, what is that? Like, how does that relate to you? And I said,
in the community, there's tops and bottoms, and you could wear both.
so I think it was just kind of a play on words that I had to really explain. But I mean, I had to understand I was doing it for the people. So it was so funny when we were doing that together.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Also, too, when I had contacted you to film and also to glam, you said, oh, here is my boyfriend / bodyguard. And I said, okay, it's you know, I have a brother. It's my assistant, my brother, my sister, or, you know, coworker. But when I got there, he was like, Edwin was like,
No, I'm really her bodyguard.
I was like, wait, what? So can you tell the kids, because I think it's so inspirational that you are living in your truth and owning it and being so massively famous and popular. And you have a man beside you wearing multiple hats that loves you and protects you quite literally.
Yes, he does. And I am quite fortunate for that. I was on the hate men, divorce kind of situation, you know, domestic violence, the whole battle. So for me, as now realizing that I am a powerful woman and that, you know, I would gain things, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I just wanted to be me, travel, and, you know, just live life. And so when I got onto Pose, I realized that my visibility was putting me in danger. I felt happy to be where I was at, but it was not safe. People were targeting us, targeting me personally. And so I called and got security, and the security I got did not seem to really want to protect me or secure me through conversations that I heard. And I was like, look, this is really my life here. And so I knew Edwin for like 15, 20 years, and I knew he did security, and I called him up, and I was seeing Facebook posts and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? This is someone I can trust. This is someone that I, feel comfortable and close to.
Before you were dating?
Yeah, before we were dating. We were friends. We've been friends for like 15,
okay.
20 years. He was always one of those people in the clubs that the security at clubs were not that nice all the time. And with him, when he became security, he was honest. And he was friendly. You didn't feel afraid to walk into the club. He was cheerful, personable. We became close, and in us becoming close, we just maintained our friendship because I was married at the time. And so he went off and had his life, and I had mine. But he always called to check on me. And that was so admirable, and always had this gentlemanly, chivalrous quality about him. Even though fascinated by it, I was like, listen, if I even think of this man, I'm gonna hurt him, because I am just not in the space of, really being with someone that I would, that really has this much love. And I had to learn to accept love. And he gave me love and constantly gave me that love. And I just had to accept it. And he wanted nothing in return. That was the most beautiful thing about it. And I searched and I searched. I asked questions. Because you're talking to your partner, and then I realized I was becoming one of those women who was not one of those women, but not one of those people that was not ready to face themselves in order to face the relationship. And so I had to face myself and see all the trauma that I had, and he had to face himself and see his. And we realized that together we could be amazing. I realized that I needed a person. I didn't need a man that did this, or a man that could do this, or a man that would tell me this. I needed a person that would love and support me. And that's what he did. And I had to accept that.
I see.
And he had to accept my love and this crazy life.
It's crazy because for me, I always, in the community, it's so hard to date and find a significant other or a partner, let alone friends.
Don't love.
Right. So you say don't love.
Don't love.
Right. But when it comes to it finally coming to fruition, at that point, are you fully confident and aware of yourself, or
no? You get blindsided.
Really?
Yes, you do. You get
and you still have to learn more.
Yes, because it's like we're conditioned through society, so it's like you wanting this, and you're thinking a relationship is supposed to be this or that, and not realizing that it is supposed to be what it is based on what you need. I say don't look, and I say live your life, meet with people. And in a moment, you might find yourself going, wait a second, I want you next to me. I found myself missing him, like if I just went to work, and he was at home. It was like, okay, and then when he went to work, and I found myself wanting to call. I realized we would stay on the phone, and when he would hang up, I would want to be on the phone with him even more. I just said, oh, okay, whatever. It is what it is. But then it was September 23rd, 2018. We were on our way to Washington, D.C. I was about to leave for Australia the next day. And we had an event, and we're on Amtrak. And he looks at me and he goes, yep, okay, yep. And I'm like, what are you going through? And he was like, yeah, I'll be the pool boy. And I'm like, what?
He's laughing over there.
I was like, what?
Do you want to come out and say something, sir? Because y'all got a YouTube channel too, okay? He was the one who plugged it. Yo, my channel's called Love with Dominique and Edwin. So if you want to say something, sir,
You are called to the stand to profess your love on the YouTube.
I'm here,
this
babe.
is not a Pose Union Hollywood production. This is YouTube, so I expect you to be raw and real with us. Tell the
This is my
kid.
thing.
What's your version, or in short?
No, it's amazing that she told it just how it went down, and including the last part. It was hilarious.
Look how cute he is. Look at how support. You know what? We're gonna get B-roll with y'all together when she's done glamming. Thank you. That is so cute.
And he said to me, he said, I'll be the pool boy. And I was looking at him like, what? And it was a little joke we had ongoing. And he said, I love you. And when he said, I love you, it was so different. Like I felt it in my soul. Like something moved within me, and it was, it sounds so fairy tale-ish, I know, but it really happened. And it was like the train stopped moving, but it was still moving. And, you know, and me at times being the comedic idiot I am, in my head I'm feeling these things and I'm going, girl, this is a movie right here. You know, just trying to escape the fact that this man just really told me he loved me. And in the instance, I looked at him and I told him I loved him too. From there on, that it was kind of official for us. To have someone that you wake up to that says to you, you're beautiful. Like he sticks his finger in my nose at times and I'm like, why? Like, he's like, babe, boogers. And just go, I'm like, okay. And, you know, we have our moments of really having to understand each other and, you know, really just, again, accept the love. Accept, it's not what anyone else is gonna tell us it's gonna be. We have to look at our standards and what we both need. I feel like at times male identified folk have to follow a certain like script, and then we have women that try to follow this script too. And with us, we're not following a script. You know, I just really love him, and whether it's for a moment or we hope it's forever, but we know life. But for us right now, it is like I'm experiencing like true, real love. It feels scary at times, and it's also really amazing at the same time.
And this was all going on season 1, before season 1 of Pose, before the mega started.
Season one
is
where
while
it
you're
started. Yeah. Because I was just finishing filming. That's when I really needed a bodyguard. You know, I got on a train and this guy leaned over me in a very aggressively masculine kind of really thugged out way, you know, like, hey, but can't judge a book by its cover. And he was very aggressive, but in the end, he just wanted to, you know, congratulate me on the show, for doing the show. But for me, I realized that in that moment, I was thinking about my life flashing before my eyes. I was thinking about all those comments that people had said, you know, on social media. And then I thought to myself, well, this could be it. They could find me at any place. And so when, you know, I called him and he answered the call. And then I tried to run many times.
That's what he said. He went in the club back in the day, Esquilitas and all that. He was saying, I've been trying. And then she called me. I said, oh, is that so? This is all while, by the way, like you're probably wondering, how did I talk to him? She was in the shower method acting and shaving and lotioning and doing the facials and the serums, and he was like,
Yo, Brian, where you at? PatrickStarrr, where
and I was like,
It's okay. I can get to know you, Edwin. It's okay.
it's fine. So that's the tea. So that's why I wanted to reshare what I've learned, you know, in that little moment of time at the hotel with
And
you.
he makes me laugh. And that's like
Important.
It's so important. He really makes me laugh, and he makes me think. You know, and it's just, and I feel safe. That's how I feel right now. Just safe and in love. That love thing is a scary thing, honey. I know you're sitting over there, but I gotta just say it. It's scary because
Be real with the girls. The girls
when
are watching. The girls and boys are
Because
watching.
you're looking for. Sometimes you're looking for it, and that's why I say don't look. You're looking for it, and you have these expectations about what love is supposed to be, and you're wrong. All of you. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna sweep you off your feet. It's gonna mesmerize you. That person is gonna be so real and genuine with you that you're gonna feel it. So don't settle. You know, don't settle. Don't think you're too old. Don't think something's wrong with you. There's that person out there that will love you. Like this man has loved me for years, and one of the scary things is I could see it. You know?
And then I can imagine filming Pose at the same time stepping into this new life where things are so good, and then the script says you gotta go back and relive everything, right?
Okay, I'm gonna give you your credit, babe. He was there for all of that. No one understood after having to be pulled back into those spaces. Yes, you're acting and yes, you're doing what you love and blah, 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 but doing what you love is reliving what you were trying to escape. So doing what I love made me had to face what I escaped and accept the truth of what I escaped. And the beautiful thing about Mr. Murphy was that by telling our stories, even though in the moments of it was tough, it has helped me to heal.
Really?
You know, Edwin was there. He saw those sometimes I would just open the door and I would see him and I would just drop into his arms crying. And
After the scenes,
the scene with my mother was so close and personal, but not on that level, you know. The trunk, all of that. And so having to go through that, relive that, have a woman stand over me, and she is such a phenomenal actress, right? That it was real. She gave it to me. So I was just there, like, in that. And then you hear, all right, rap crew, pin it together, and you're still in the
to heal.
You know, and so, but Barry, you met Barry who did my hair. And Barry and Tim, the team on Pose was so amazing. Hair and makeup, wardrobe, they were just so phenomenal.
The looks. And when Barry walked into the room and you were like, this is my hairstylist that did all of Electra, I was like, the fuck am I doing here? Bye.
No, stop it, no.
That's so cool. So he's also worked on Pam and Tommy. Shout out to Barry.
Barry, I love you.
You guys will see him on the channel soon. Maybe we can do this again, whatever. But
there was Sherry and Tim and Nikki and you know, and they really got together, and Lucia, and they realized that we weren't just, it was fun for us, fun for them. We were telling a story, but it was so close to us. So when I would get home, I would, you know, the reality of it is, okay, here's the reality. Let go of Electra, leave her on set.
Right.
And it was hard sometimes.
Oh, wow.
And it was hard. But I will be forever grateful. So, and I say that the things that we go through are the things that actually, I believe, shape us. They may seem horrific in the instance, in the moment, in the situation, and we cry, why me, why me, why me? But in every situation, post 2006, because that's when my epiphany was, you know, gossip I was done with, judgment of other people I was done with. I just came into this being of life is to be lived. And I don't have to put you down because you put me down. I can pity you for that. You know, I can feel sorry for you for not having the knowledge to know that we're all human beings and we all belong here.
What is your advice to members of the community, any member, but specifically, you know, trans members that want to get into Hollywood and break in, and when it does happen?
Leave the attitude at home. Be humble, okay? Let me tell you something. If you get a part as an extra, yes, be proud. Yes, pat yourself on the back, be accomplished. But don't bring the attitude that you are, you know, the star of the event, because in everything you have to learn. And no matter how knowledgeable you may be about something, there's always something else for you to learn. So you must keep an open mind always. Go to every casting, and remember you're an actor, so, and you're trying to be an actor, so you're gonna have to play those parts. Whatever the part is, as long as the story is not one of degradation or something like that, and even if it is, it's about the outcome, it's about what that story can do to probably heal the world or entertain. Don't compromise self, of course, but remember, you are an actor, and that's what you're doing, and nothing is going to be handed to you. And then when you get it, there's where you understand that the base of every mountain is the beginning of another. I realized that now I had to navigate differently. I realized that the traumas that I faced that I didn't have time to deal with. I'm laughing now, but baby, you know what I'm talking about. The traumas that you don't have time to deal with when you go, I'm a strong black woman, I'm a survivor, I'm a strong Caribbean woman, I'm a West Indian woman, I'm a black woman, I'm a trans woman, I'm making it, I'm doing it. And then you get here and you look back and that entire journey comes full force at you.
Oh my God.
And you have to face that too. You have to face that.
All right, we have smoked out the eyes, and next we're just gonna take this Innisfree Hydrating Eye Cream. Look up for me. And this is after we have wiped out all the fallout of eyeshadow. She has done her own skincare at home, so we're just gonna go in with primer next. All right, so for the face, we are going to secure the blur, and I used this for her on the red carpet the other night, just around the nose, just in case. But this skin, I hate a bitch. I hate her. I can't stand her. You know what, I'm gonna ask her to leave. It's just too much gorgeousness in the studio today. I can't. All right, guys, so for the base, we are gonna turn up the base, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the Turn Up the Base BBB Cream, the Beauty Blurring Balm, which I love for just the blurring elements.
I love the names.
Yes, the Beauty Blurring Balm, and then the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear, and this is in the shade Dark 1 Neutral and 520 Suede Neutral for Mrs. Dominique. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with a sponge, starting from the outside. And because I did your beat the other day, I know your shades already. So speaking of like foundation, since we're doing foundation and turning up the base, I was gonna ask you, like, what is the foundation to happiness? Like, what are you looking for to, I mean, because I see that you have a lot of awards, you have accolades, but does those things and material things like make you happy? Like, what is your happiness and what should girls look out for?
I realized that my happiness was within me. It's not about the things that you have, but your accomplishments do create happiness. When you buy certain things, they do create a level of, a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of success. But the happiness is knowing that you have the ability to do that. The happiness is knowing that you have that choice. The happiness is knowing, for me personally, happiness is knowing that I am valued and that I am respected and that I understand myself.
All right, so next for concealer to beat thy face, we are going to take the medium dark 3 and dark 3 concealer and just mix them. And just apply it to the places where I want to snatch. And both of these concealers have a golden undertone, which I feel suit her the best. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just blend out this butter silk on this gorgeous face. And for me, what I want you guys to walk away from that I feel like is the best makeup trick in Hollywood that I have come to learn from watching other makeup artists and even just on myself, like trying it on myself, is lay all of your creams and wet products. So foundations, the BB cream, the concealer, I'm gonna use a cream contour, a cream blush, and then set the corresponding powders with that before the translucent, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so for contour and shading, again with the creams, I'm gonna go ahead and take the BBB cream in Deep 2, which has a rosy undertone, and I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze and sculpt with all of this beauty balm. Now, since we're talking about, like, you know, shaping your life, you know, and shaping the face, and what I want to understand is in terms of obligations to the ones around us, like with your family, and you were just talking about your family. At what point is it a need and what point is it a choice to tell people around you what you're doing? Like, if people want to be an entertainer or a showgirl or an actor, like, what do you feel in your experience has helped you fulfill you, and also with consideration? Because I don't know what your family thought of this career and showgirl life of yours.
See, so the thing was, at one point in time, I had to love my family from a distance. And I had to stop letting that tear me apart. I had to realize that, listen, going back and trying to make someone understand something about me was taking away from me pushing forward. I knew that everything that was happening was out of love. And we do some crazy things out of love, thinking we're preserving, you know, tradition, or we're following rules and guidelines. But in all actuality, what we're doing is bringing real harm to others. So I had to step out of that see the situation and say, okay, I love my family with all my heart, but it's gonna hold me back trying to make them understand. I had to show them what I could do. That time I didn't think actor. I just thought, okay, I'd get a great job and work, finish school, you know, finish my college degree, stuff like that. And no, something else was lined up for me in the pursuit of my real passion, what I really wanted to do, that thing that was sitting in the back of me saying, oh, that will never happen, but prepare for it. And so I did, and here I am.
Because I feel like sometimes you have to go on your own journey, and when you have so much luggage and baggage and you have to teach, you're never gonna learn, because you're constantly teaching the ones around you what you're even going through when you don't even know yourself.
And you know, I learned to say I don't know. I learned to tell people that I'm learning too. You know, so, you know, people got mad at me. They're like, oh, you're now up there and, you know, you can help us. I can help you the best I can, but just remember, this was hard work for me. This was not, someone didn't just hand it to me. They opened doors, but I had to do the work. Some people don't get that, so they thought I had abandoned them, left them. I tried, but you have to understand that selfishness comes like that. Because a person that's for you and wants to be with you will understand. Listen, you have to navigate this right now, and I'm gonna give you the support, even though it seems like everything is so glamorous and so beautiful. I love you so much that I understand, and I know that you would never abandon me. And so those people will stay by your side, and they will support you, and you will accomplish. But those ones that are not really for you and are just about to come up will feel like you abandoned them. And so I had to face that
And
also.
that's on them.
And that's on them. Those are you problems. You know, I also, you know, that was my thing. I had to really understand. I was feeling guilt for things that I didn't do. And people will do that to you just because you're successful. When you're living in a 300 square foot apartment and, you know, afraid to go outside, suffering from agoraphobia, no one is calling you up going, oh, you abandoned me. No one is saying, but as soon as they see you out and accomplishing, then it's the guilt trip.
You have it all.
Right, so I have abandoned guilt trips. I will not feel guilty for anything. You know, you make your bed, right? And sometimes, unfortunately, your bed is made for you. Unfortunately, mine was made for me. I unmade that bitch and made it myself the way I wanted it done.
Because when you go home to that same bed, it's you and not all of us.
Not everybody else, right?
Lessons today. A free lesson today. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, not too. We ain't done. We ain't done. You need to slow down.
But I'm still feeling it. It's just, you know, you can't do this glam to a doll and not expect her to function.
The doll to come to life.
Yeah.
All right, guys, all the creams are set. You guys would think I would go in with my translucent powder, but no. We are gonna go ahead and take Cheek Clapper in the shade Rich Bitch. This is the palette Rich Bitch. And the cream is called Beyond Fab. And then the matte is called Blush Deposit. So we're gonna go ahead and take a blush deposit on a Rich Bitch and just clap these cheeks. Cause you know, she done made it now. She Hollywood, and let her own it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this blush, and what I love about this step, which I learned from Makeup by Ariel with his brush, is to allow the powders to grab on to the creams right away, so you get that ultimate pigment and payoff. And then after, we'll go ahead and set everything with the corresponding colors. All right, so next we're gonna take Turn Up the Base Powder Foundation and set. And it's gonna give you this beautiful set beat. And then with the translucent powder, you're gonna know how much to put, because sometimes I feel like that's where it can get cakey, is when you put too much translucent powder and it's giving too much. So we're gonna take the shade Dark 3, which is like a rosy. I know rosy undertones for the eyes has been very popular. We're gonna go ahead and just pat and set. And I'm gonna use this shade to go over the high points of her face. Now that we've set the highlighted areas, we're gonna go ahead and take Dark 4, which has a golden undertone, and just set her face shade on the outside. And again, just go ahead and pat this on the face. And because this powder foundation has coverage, we're gonna avoid like the bronze areas and save that for a deeper shade. All right, so we're gonna go to take Made for Shade. This has a neutral, warm, and cool undertone. And this is the dark palette. We have 6 of these. So find your shade family, it's on the screen. And then we could just take this one. This is in the dark category. And we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of each shade and sculpt accordingly. I mean, she don't need it because she's just built like that. So we're gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of warmth to round out the tones. All right, so now we are gonna go ahead and bake everything, but she's pretty much set. You could stop here, you don't have to bake, but I mixed my translucent and deep translucent ultimate setting powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and set right under the eyes. And this is gonna give this beautiful blurred finish that's just gonna look so wonderful when we take our photos. Can you talk about when it came to owning Electra's beat and face? Like, how much say did you have to give to creatively contribute to the look? I mean, you are her and you were the character, so, because sometimes every talent is different in Hollywood. So give us the tea on the looks.
I will tell you this, you have to be able to trust people. When it came to our culture and putting Electra together, I thought that I would have to really like just, oh my gosh, they're gonna get this wrong. But I had faith in a higher power, that this was not gonna be something that was just gonna be, oh, let's just check a box and say we did a show. And so I met Lou Ehrich. And Lou Ehrich is this amazing woman, amazing stylist. And when she started to bring out the things that we were gonna be shooting, I was like, Dominique, there's nothing for you to say. And then I got to makeup, and Sherry and Nikki and the team, they were so amazing. They did, when I tell you these people researched for us, they had passion. They really wanted to make this something amazing. So when I sat in the makeup chair, when I got to hair, and Chris Clark was on hair first season, and then Barry came in and was doing it. And the creations that they came up with. I even met Jessica Lange. Lou Ehrich brought Jessica Lange into my trailer. She laid one of the hats on my head as Electra. And so with seeing all of these things, yes, I was blessed. And seeing all of these, things, there was nothing really for me to contribute. Sherry did an amazing job. Yes,
but bring her to life.
That's all I needed to do. Was like I had the know-how through Avis Pendarvis and Pepe La Beja and the 5 mothers. And Paris Dupree, being able to talk to her back in the day at Two Potato, I really was prepared. Now it was, can they bring the fabulousness that is the truth of the girls? Because these girls walked around in fur coats. You thought these girls were Danielle Revlon, Octavia St. Laurent, Stephanie LaBeija, Keisha Ebony. I mean, these girls, Moldavia LaBeija, one of my mothers. When you saw these women, Duchess LaWong, they were done. Don't ask them how they got their stuff. That's not our business right now. It was a different world, different time back then. But a part of their beauty and fabulous was their ability to embrace themselves and know that no matter if I live in the projects, not saying that they all lived in the projects, but no matter if I live in the projects, the mentality was no matter if I live in the projects, I'm still gonna be fabulous. I'm still going to be gorgeous. I'm still going to feel me. And face is not about that societal idea of what beauty is and that construct. Face is about really owning yourself. And if you notice it, when someone is confident, sometimes you may look at, old school. I'm gonna just bring it a little old school and give you a little Electra here. You're like, that child is ugly, but she got confidence. She got a beat on, she got confidence. That's selling face.
That's a TikTok child.
Wait, we gotta use it.
That child is ugly, but she got confidence. If that ain't a fucking TikTok, me at a campaign shoot for one size. That child is ugly, but she got confidence, okay?
But that's how the women were back then. That's what they would go up for you for this,
Wow.
So they were always empowering, but you had to be clean. You had to be well put together and,
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some hair by my good girlfriend Kat on Miss Dominique, and we're gonna smoke out the eyes and finish the rest of the look, and we'll be right back.
But I never really fight, didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. Slow it down, please tell yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the ride. You will make it in time. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow.
All right, and last but not least, we are going to set the face, and this is the finished look with the one, the only Dominique Jackson. We had a couple of hair options, but the Yangs was banging, and we could not pass her up. We beat the face to the ground, and she is giving Island Summer Barbie Princess. We did an afro look a few days ago, and now we have this. And what do you think?
I love it. It's absolutely amazing. I feel beautiful. I feel elegant. I feel like I can walk into any resort, walk onto any beach, and still walk into any dinner party and feel fantastic. It was done with love and passion, so I think that makes it even so much more better.
Oh my gosh. Well, please go subscribe to her YouTube channel with Edwin, Love with Dominique and Edwin. Subscribe there. Follow her on social media. Follow her on TikTok. Check us out with all our TikToks on One Size and PatrickStarrr and Dominique Jackson. I thank you for coming on the channel and dropping all those gems, inspiring so many of us. If you guys want to see more videos with us together, comment down below. Share this video. Tell your friends. And we hope to see you all in our next video. Bye.
Bye.